continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord, Elizabeth Walker as Carolyn Russell, and also starring Barbara Rush as Marcia Russell.
For some time now, Tom Winter has been unable to concern himself about anyone. But a few minutes ago, Tom walked by Rodney Harrington's hospital room. Unobserved by Rodney, he saw the effects of physical pain, the despair of a man who's losing the battle to fight back. And Tom Winter experienced a strange sensation again, the sensation of caring about someone.
Hey, Reverend? Tom?
Oh, Norman?
Yeah, how is it? Any stitches?
No, just a couple.
Hello, Reverend.
Rita? Thanks for the lift, Norman.
Hey, I'll take you back.
I'd rather walk.
Oh, come on, let me give you a ride. You know, you might be a little shaky after the accident.
Look, the only reason I went to the hospital is because my boss insisted. It's really nothing.
Your boss sounds like my wife. She made me promise not to ride one of those bikes again.
It's the first time since the accident. He said he wouldn't.
Well, that's my fault, Rita. He broke his promise because of me.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that he shouldn't take you to the hospital. It's just that they're dangerous.
Did you see Rod?
What?
In the hospital.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. How is he?
Well, he's doing okay. He's got the use of the upper part of his body, but the rest is...
Good. Glad to hear that. Listen, I appreciate your waiting for me, but I'd rather walk back to the wharf if you don't mind.
No, fine.
Rita?
I've never seen a person change so much. I don't think he heard a word we said.
Or cared.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
What?
The not-so-ancient mariner.
Do you suppose the albatross that hangs around his neck fit him?
You mean his hand?
No. I guess I'm being overly symbolic. Maybe it really was a lobster.
It was a lobster hook or a gaffing hook.
Norm took him to the hospital.
It's very kind of you, Norman. He must have put up quite a struggle trying to get him there.
No, they took care of him. It wasn't anything serious.
It's too bad. Tom would have been a lot happier if it were serious.
Look, Rita, now that I'm here, I might as well stay, so why don't you fix me some dinner?
Okay. Bye.
Bye. That was very sweet of you.
Your husband just came from the hospital, Mrs. Winter.
Not wanting your wife to see the results of a truly great marriage.
Haven't you cut him up enough?
Well, Norman, you don't get the point. Tom wants to be hurt. It's a way of life for him now. I actually think he enjoys it.
You enjoy it too, don't you?
What do you mean by that?
You've been socking it to him pretty good lately.
I'm just trying to help him.
Hurt himself.
Now you're catching on. You know, even though I'm the ex-Mrs. Reverend Winter, I'm still loyal and devoted. And if Tom wants to hurt himself, you better make that punish himself. If Tom wants to punish himself, then I'm going to help him. I'm going to help him do it with a little class.
You've made your point.
Hey, Norman, why don't you run down to the dock and get Tom? Really, you would do him an enormous favor. We could call a town meeting, and everyone could come and look at the town martyr.
Why don't you forget it, Mrs. Winter?
I'm just trying to help, Norman, that's all. Just trying to help.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hi. Sorry.
Do you want something now, or are you gonna wait?
Wait?
Jeff.
Jeff?
Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Well, I talk too much.
No, you don't. Oh, I guess I'm distracted.
Yeah. I guess that's why I thought you were waiting for someone.
Well, I'm not.
I was just gonna tell you that Jeff's already been here, but he left with some of the guys from the pillory.
Well, I'm really not interested.
What'd you like?
What made you think that I'd be waiting for him?
Well, I've seen you two together. In here, as a matter of fact. Hey, look, I just put 2 and 2 together and came up with 5, okay?
Yeah, all right. But the last time I just ran into him, I have no reason to be waiting for him.
Well, I guess we nailed that one down pretty good, huh? Look, how about a nice glass of that organic stuff you drink? You know, Charlie is thinking of naming it Goop in your honor.
Funny. Okay, I'll have one small.
Right. One small Goop.
When are you going to tell me about New York?
Sometime when you're not so distracted, okay?
Okay, I'd really like to hear about it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about it.
Oh, hi, Lou.
Hey, Mom, what's up?
Well, just call me Nosy.
Hello, Mrs. Miles.
Oh, hi, Carolyn. I just, wanted to see my working son in action.
Well, how about a nice glass of coffee?
All right, a cup would be better. Let me see you pour coffee without spilling it.
Thank you, Lou.
All right.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miles.
Bye, Carolyn.
One cup of coffee and no spills.
Very classy.
Something's eating it.
Yes, something's eating me. You can't figure it out?
Hey, kid. How much?
$1.15.
Keep the change.
Big tipper. A little something to go with the coffee, lady?
Uh-huh. A little information.
Information?
We can wait a few seconds longer.
Right, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I better go clear the table.
Lou, I want to know what's going on.
What do you mean?
Ever since you got back from New York, you've been acting strange. Like a different boy. What happened? Tell me.
Well, nothing happened. Hey, people change, don't they? And besides, I'm not a boy anymore.
People don't change in a couple of months. Not the way you have. Lou, I'm talking to you. Look at me.
I'm working. I can't talk right now, all right?
I can't talk to you at home because you're seldom there. All right, there's nobody here now, so you can give me a few straight answers. What happened in New York?
What happened in New York? What happened in New York? Mama, what does it make you think anything happened in New York, huh?
It doesn't take a genius to figure out all those private telephone calls. And especially the way you clam up when your father tries to talk to you, that sullen... You're acting like I don't know what.
Mama, you've seen and have it all figured out, so what are you asking me for?
So you can tell me I'm wrong?
Mama, how can I tell you anything? If I clam up, you get sore, and then when I try to talk to you, just don't listen.
I'm listening.
Well, it was just different, that's all. I felt I was a part of what was happening, you know? I saw things the way they really are, the way people live. I'm talking about our people, Mama, the black people.
You're trying to tell me you just now realized what it is being black?
Well, yeah, in a way. I mean, of course, I never really knew anything living here. How could I?
honey, you were born black, and whether you live here or anywhere else, you get a pretty good idea of what it's like. There's something else on your mind beside that.
Well, I told you it was pretty difficult to explain.
Those classes you were supposed to be auditing. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the first couple up.
And after that?
Well, I didn't get around to it too much.
I guess you were too busy discovering what it is to be black.
No, there were other things, too.
Well, that's what I want to hear about.
Well, it's no big deal. It's just that... Well, you see, there were these guys. And they introduced me to some other people. Well, you know.
Well, what kind of people?
There was this girl.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh, Mrs. Miles, how are you?
Oh, hi, Charlie.
Good to see you. Listen, when you finish cleaning up the tables, there's something in the back I want you to do.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
He's working out very well.
Oh, I'm glad, Charlie. Lou, I want to hear the rest of it.
But it's not that good a story.
Oh, I hope it's not a story.
Oh, Mama, come on. Huh? Look, I really got to get back to work. See you tonight.
You talk to me later?
I will.